This time I'll show creatures that I've added. I'll go over their pathfinding, attention, combat patterns, and I've also prepared for 2 new abilities, mind control and bullet time. First of all, I've improved the character animations. I've added backward running and backwards walking, and also I've added a slide, forward and backward slide, and also made it that he automatically jumps on ledges. All you have to do is just simply run forward. I've also added a new animation when you are climbing, so when you're climbing up, it looks more natural. This is the first creature that I've added. It's a dog-like creature, and as you can see, there can be different variations of it. It can have different amount of tails, horns sticking out of its head. There are variations in color and size, and also a stance. I also have added blood, and also I've added precision shots to the specific body parts, headshots and body shots. And as you saw, the guy grew tired as he had low health. There's a different animations for it. You see that guy's almost dead. Now let's see this AI in action. Okay, this is how the pathfinding system works. Now we're in debug mode, so we can see the different steps that the pathfinding system takes. So in general, it works like this. There are multiple paths that attempt to reach the target. Each path moves 1 step per frame to avoid doing the entire pathfinding calculation in just 1 frame. So as the path moves in a certain direction, it counts upward when it hits a wall, and then flags for a jump here, and then it counts down when it detects a gap. If the gap is too deep, it won't consider that as a path, as that would possibly be death by fall damage. Whenever there is a gap, it splits the path into 2. One tries to fall down, the other tries to jump over. So let's see that in action. You see here the flags for jumps are these wobbling circles. The purple path, this is the one that fell down here. Whenever it falls down into a gap, it splits into 2 directions, right and left, and also and the other split was here, and it tried to jump over. It succeeded the jump and then reached the character. And these are cut off here because we reached the character before they were able to continue forward. So yeah, you see the star that decides that it's reached the goal. And if I move back, it takes further time, so the other paths can move further towards their attempt towards the goal, but that's an incorrect path. So this works with all different type of terrain. So for example, let's see I add some floor here, then it's much more simple. It just moves towards me. Let's say I am on a platform up here, then there is no way for it to reach me because the jump is too high. So if I add, for example, a path here, then you see that it found a jump here, went up here, and then found a jump, could jump over this gap, and the path was successful. So yeah, it's a very simple system. It's not as complex as the A-star system. The A-star algorithm, it just searches in all directions. I mean, literally all directions, even towards the air. And I don't need that unnecessary calculations. So this is a simplified version where I just follow the path along the floor and do these path splittings. Here you can see that the AI has a cone of vision, so that it can detect you based on where its head is facing, and also it can detect you by sound. If you crouch, of course you won't be making any sounds, but just taking a step or just landing, and then it's attacked. Another thing is that after they detect you, they're alert and they will relentlessly attack their target. But if their target goes out of sight, then he goes to the latest position that he saw him. If he doesn't find him, then he goes into search mode. It's a simplified search mode for now, just moving left and right, and then done. Goes back to idle. Idle will be either go back to its starting position or go back to patrolling. When it comes to wild creatures, there are predators and prey. Predators will attack any other species that is not itself. So let's see here, for example. This guy is not the same type. This will make the world feel much more lively. There will be random attacks, creature versus creature, and predator versus prey. Prey be running off in the distance. This guy cannot see me, he just hears my footsteps and is confused. What's wrong, my friend? What's wrong? Yeah, this guy hasn't shut his eyes while dying. There you go. Hey. Next up we have this alien creature. It's more of an intelligent creature. It has the same system as the player. It can carry 3 weapons and can aim and shoot exactly like the player. It also has all the features that the wild animal has when it comes to detection, searching, and so on. Another thing that any intelligent creature will have is language. I record sound pieces that I string together to create gibberish sentences. So here's an example. And I'll try to make the mouth move with the speech. Okay, so now let him become surprised of my footsteps. Judgy. So I'll be adding a lot of these intelligent creatures, and they will be very, very different in shape and size. This guy is still bipedal. He has this similar shape of a human. Of course, there will be like spider legs with a human torso on top that are still civilized, having their own villages and so. And they will have their own behaviors like aggressiveness, or how kind they are towards strangers. They might attack you directly or befriend you, and then they will greet you and say goodbye. They will also speak to another member of their village. Jumbo. I've also added a cover system, so the screen is being scanned constantly, trying to find places where the AI can take cover. So for example, if I add some cover here, then you see as the scanner reaches there, it detects that there is a cover, and there is nothing above the cover. So for example, if your head is blocked, then the area where you can get into cover becomes smaller. So this is so that when a creature decides to go to this cover, he has to be the correct size, otherwise he would not fit into the cover. The red area decides how high the cover is. So for example, we have the cover here, you have the, let's say, let the creature be exposed here. He sees me. selects the cover, goes to cover, and then randomly pops in and out. Yeah, I've added that they randomly re-evaluate their cover, and sometimes they just cancel out their cover, so they just don't camp because they can be camping, and that could also be randomized. Some behavior is that they will be camping, and other behavior that they will sometimes take cover, sometimes not take cover. And now it's time for bullet time. Okay, let them see me. Luckily I'm immortal, but in this scenario I will be overwhelmed. So then we can activate slow motion. Only for me. And I've adjusted that the sounds also. Listen to the bullet. Okay. Here you can see it. All sounds are adjusted to be appear distorted in bullet time. I don't care that the gun's mechanics doesn't apply, bullet time doesn't apply to the bullet's mechanics, but I mean the weapon's mechanics, you can still fire at a higher rate than it would if it was, but that's fine. It just makes it cooler. You can do cool things like this. And then they're dead. And then we have invisible. Give me a couple. And give me a couple of these. Let's see the mayhem in slow motion. Haha! Almost looks like a movie trailer or something. This guy is on his way. What are you gonna do? Yeah, obviously this will be limited, so you won't be able to have infinite bullet time, because the problem is that these particles stack. The more you shoot, the more particles appear, and the more computationally expensive this all becomes, more than it should in a normal scenario. Yeah. Shoot him in the butt. And then we have mind control. The player will be able to take control of any creature. Yeah, and then you have the same set that they will be using, so this will be nice. You'll be able to do funny stuff like create conflict between, say there are like oh, this guy's not on my side. Yeah, so let's say there is a pack of 5 wild dogs or whatever this is, and then you take control one of them. The others won't suspect a thing, but you start attacking one of them. Then all of a sudden there will be infighting. They will be fighting among themselves, and you just go back to your body, and you have them weaker. For example, you can also do this towards soldiers. Like here, use some control of any creature, and you won't be able to access your basic building and stuff, but you will be able to use their weapons. Thanks for watching, see you next time.